Hello, this is Sam from ValueTech Academy. In this video tutorial, I will show you step by step how to install SQL Server on Mac. After installing SQL Server on Mac, you can use our free course to learn SQL Server programming in Mac. Link to the free course is given in the description. Don't forget to check the course after installing SQL Server on Mac. Without wasting much time, let's get into the installation steps. In this step, I will show you how to download, install and configure Docker. Open a browser and go to google.com and search for Docker for Mac. You can see the official Docker page. Click the link and you can see the install Docker desktop on Mac option, and you have Mac with Intel chip and Mac with Apple chip option. So you need to find like your Mac has a Intel or Apple chip, so you can go to the about this Mac section and there you will be able to find if your Mac has a Intel chip or a Apple chip. So in my case I'm having a Intel chip, so I'm just clicking this option. So you can see the file getting downloaded. So just hold on till the file gets downloaded. You can see the file got downloaded. You can go to the downloads, so you can see the file there. It got downloaded successfully. Just double click it and next just drag and drop into the applications and it gets copied to the applications folder. So just wait for a while till it gets copied. Go to the launchpad and you can see the Docker. So we don't need this now, so you can just close it. Go to the launchpad and click on the Docker. It will ask you, are you sure you want to open it? So click open. And it will ask for your password, and this is going to be your Mac password. So click OK and provide your password for your Mac. Click install helper. And if you go to the top, you can see an icon and there you can see Docker desktop is starting. So just wait for a while and you can see the Docker desktop is running now. So you can just minimize this one. Go to the Docker icon at the top and you can see the preferences. So when you click the preferences, it will show you many options. So go to resources and there you are going to change the memory. You need to increase the memory to 4 GB. Once you increase, click apply and restart, and now you can see the Docker getting restarted. So just wait for a while. Once it gets restarted, if you see the bottom left corner, you can see the status to green color, so it means the Docker is running. So you can also confirm the same by going to the Docker icon at the top and you can see the Docker desktop is running. In this step, I will show you how to download and configure SQL Server on Mac. Go to the search and type in terminal. And in the terminal window, you are going to type a command to download the SQL Server. So the command is going to be docker space pull space Microsoft / MS SQL -server -Linux and click enter, and you can see the files getting downloaded. So just wait for a while till the download gets complete. It will take a few seconds to minutes depending on your internet connection and speed. Now you can see the download got completed, and you can see from the status downloaded newer image for MS SQL Server. Next step is to configure and run the SQL Server which we downloaded now. So type in the following commands in your terminal: docker space run space -d space -name space ms -sql server. So this ms -sql server is the name of the SQL server you are giving, and then the -e stands for environmental variable. So here we are giving an environmental variable, which means like accepting the end user license agreement. That is the accept underscore EULA. So we need to give Y, so that it means like we are accepting the license. And next -e means another environmental variable, and it's going to be the password. So and password, it can be anything. So I'm just giving value tech at 123 and space -p, and P stands for port. So we need to give this port number 1433:1433. So this is a value you should not change, and then space Microsoft / MS SQL -server -Linux. So let's see the command once again. So it's docker run -d, and then you're going to give the name for the SQL server. So it can be anything, but I'm giving MS -SQL server. Next is the environmental variable, accepting the end user license. So you're giving Y. And next environmental variable is your password for the SQL server. So I'm just giving value tech at 123, and it can be any password. Next you are configuring the port values. The port value is going to be 1433, and this is the image you downloaded for SQL server. So after verifying this command, click enter, and you can see it got executed successfully. So you can verify this by going to the Docker icon, dashboard, and you can see the MS -SQL server. So it's running, and it's running on port number 1433. In this step, I will show you how to download the Azure Data Studio from the Microsoft official page and then install the Azure Data Studio on your Mac. In this dashboard, you can see options for restart, stop for the SQL server. So now it's running, but in case if it is not running, you can come to the dashboard and restart. So now you can close it. Go to a new browser window and search Azure Data Studio. So you can see the official Microsoft link. So just click that link, and you can see the option for downloading Azure Data Studio. So look for the option Mac OS and click the file. So you can see the file getting downloaded. So using this Azure Data Studio, you will be connecting to the SQL server running in your Mac. So in the previous step, we have already configured and your SQL server is running, but we need to connect to the SQL server. So for that, we are going to download this Azure Data Studio tool provided by Microsoft. So I'll show you how we can use this. So you can see the downloads is going to get complete. Yeah, it's downloaded. You can also see in the downloads folder the Azure Data Studio file got downloaded. Now drag and drop this to the applications. So let's see this by going to the Launchpad. You can see the Azure Data Studio now. So click this Azure Data Studio. It's asking, are you sure you want to open it, because it's downloaded from the internet. Just click open. And now just close this window. Yeah, you can close them. If you want, you can click yes. And now if you go to the view connection, so this is how we are going to connect to the SQL server that is running in your Mac. So we need the server details like login information. So you can see the server name ms-sql-server which you gave, but it's a local one, so local server, so you can just give it localhost instead of providing the server name. And then if you go to the password, you give sa-password, so it means like the key is sa. So it's a environmental variable, so you should not change the key. It should be sa_password, and this value you can change. Value tag at 123 I gave, but instead of this value tag you can give your own password, but the username it should be sa. Server name should be localhost, username sa, and password is the password which I gave. It's value tag at 123. So click connect, and you can see it got connected to the SQL server. And if you go to the databases, even if you refresh, you won't find any database because you don't have any user database in the server. And go to the new query. Here we'll type a query to see the version of the SQL server that is currently running in your Mac. Type select at version, and when you execute, you can see the version of the SQL server that is currently running, and you can see it's like SQL Server 2017 that is running in your Mac. You see some databases here, so these are not user databases, they are just system database. In this step, I will show you how to download and restore the sample database. Minimize your Azure Data Studio and go to a browser window. And type in AdventureWorks database. So you can see the official Microsoft website, AdventureWorks sample database. Click that link and you can see the sample database AdventureWorks. Scroll down and under OLTP, so you can see the AdventureWorks 2017.back. This is the file you need to download. So this is because if you see the version that you installed in your Mac, it's SQL Server 2017. So the sample database, the sample adventure database you're going to download is going to be the 2017 one. So once you click that, you can see the file getting downloaded. Since you don't have any user database with the SQL Server, You need this particular database to practice your SQL queries in your Mac, and for learning SQL Server. You can see the file in the download section. It got downloaded. Open the terminal and then list out the directories. You can see the downloads. So change the directory to list the files within the downloads directory. List the files. You can see the AdventureWorks 2017.bat file which you downloaded, but it is in the downloads directory. SQL Server won't be able to access this particular downloads, so you need to copy this file to a folder where SQL Server can access it. So what we are going to do is, as a first step, we need to create a directory within the SQL Server. So we are using this sudo docker command, using which we are going to create a directory. So where /opt/mssql is a system path which is accessible by ms-sql server. So using this sudo docker command, what you are going to do is you are going to copy this particular file to the ms-sql server's file system path. So if you go to the dashboard, I'll show you. So you can see the server name ms-sql-server. So this is the same. So we are giving the server name here. So what we are going to do is, in that server you are going to create a directory. So the directory name is going to be backup. So this is the file path where this backup directory will be created. So that's a new directory. So to that directory we are going to copy that AdventureWorks sample database. So when you run this command, it will ask for your Mac password. So once you give it, so the backup directory got created in the ms-sql-server file system. Now you are going to copy this AdventureWorks database from the downloads folder to the backup folder which you created now. So using the cp copy command, you are going to copy this AdventureWorks 2017 backup file to the file system path within the SQL Server. So this is the path. So ms-sql-server is your SQL Server name, and this var/opt/mssql/backup is the path, file system path. So sudo docker is going to be the command using which you are going to copy. cp is a command to copy this particular file, the backup file, which is going to be copied from the downloads folder. So you can see right in the downloads. So we are within the downloads. So we are copying this particular backup file, AdventureWorks 2017, to the file system within ms-sql-server to the backup folder which we created in the previous step. So once you copy this one, we can see the next step. Open Azure Data Studio, go to Home and Restore. Click the Restore option, and you can see the Restore from. Click the backup file, and here you choose the path from where you can pick the backup file. So if you're not sure about the path, you can go to the terminal window, and there you have copied to this particular path var/opt/mssql. So let's check this particular path. So it's going to be the directory var, and under which opt, and under opt it's going to be mssql, and within that it's going to be the backup, and in the backup directory you can find the backup file. So select that file. So once you select it, you can see the complete path. var opt. So you can confirm this path, the terminal window. So you can see the path, exact path. So this is the path, you have the file, click OK. And you can see the database name getting populated, AdventureWorks 2017 for the target database. So you can leave it as default and click restore. So you can see the sample database getting restored and it's successful. So it's now restored. Go to the servers, and if you go to the databases, you can see the database, it got restored. Click new query and you can see the tables within this sample database. So just try this query to check the number of tables within this sample database. So using this query, if you run, you can see that total 71 tables are there. So using this table, I will show you how to learn SQL Server programming in Mac. Now you have successfully installed SQL Server following this step-by-step tutorial. Next, you can learn SQL Server programming in Mac step-by-step using our free course. Check the link in description for the free course on SQL Server programming in Mac. Thanks for watching this video from ValueTech Academy.